The last section is about differences between Piaget and Vygotsky. I cannot put emphasis on how much this is important, but just try to understand them because they are just basically so similar, but they do have some differences in their terminology that can lead to some specific huge differences. So just make sure you can understand them, make sure you are clear on that, and make sure you know the terminology because again, wherever you go, you can see at least these two theories because they are so important. So let's just start with Piaget. Like you can see that Piaget actually believed that verbal reflection of individuals' conceptual understanding can actually speed up any sort of higher order functioning like thinking. He also put emphasis on the idea of language. He believed that egocentric speech and collective monologue, they are so important in child's development. Let's look at Vygotsky. The main priority in Vygotsky's idea or perspective is language. Like he gonna start in general with the language and with ZPD, zone of proximal development. And the key element in ZPD is language because without language or sign, it is just, or at least sign language, it is just so hard to pick up a task. So basically, whenever I would ask you, okay, what is the main element in Vygotsky, you should go straightly for language because it is so important. And like you can see, the first point is language, but here we can see the idea of verbal reflection. So wherever you see this one, just go straightly for Piaget, but language means Vygotsky. This is like the key code, okay? So another point here is about private speech. You can see that we have the idea of private speech or speaking to ourselves or the way children actually speak to themselves in both perspectives. We have it in Vygotsky, but we call it egocentric speech in Piaget. The way Piaget actually looked at egocentric speech, it's just kind of negative. He actually believed that children talk to themselves because they are not mature. And after being mature and pick up human interaction, they can understand that, okay, talking to themselves is not really good. But Vygotsky actually called the same idea private speech, and Vygotsky believes that private speech is very important because whenever you are talking to yourself, you can actually reach to self-regulation, which can help you to, first of all, understand the task, and second of all, do social interaction better. So, the whole idea of speaking to yourself is in both theories, but Vygotsky believed that this is positive, but Piaget believed that no, it should be called egocentric speech and it is kind of signed of, let's say, immaturity. What else? We have like different ideas here in Piaget again. For example, Piaget believed that discovery learning, readiness to learn, motivation to learn, being sensitive about individual differences, they are very important, especially the ability of evaluating yourself with your previous performances is also important. Vygotsky is just more concise. He just basically, again, you can see the same ideas in his theory. This is not anything new, but you can see that he's just emphasizing on the importance of social interaction with peers or ZPD, zone of proximal development, again, scaffolding, and again, cooperation with other people. He believes that learning just most of the time coming from just cooperating with adults or knowledgeable peers or like someone else. He believes that in self-learning, but his emphasis is just on other people, if that makes sense. Again, back to Vygotsky, we can see the idea of peer collaboration. It is just all about his theory. Like he has like some key keywords in his perspective. Just go for that. Read the book. Make if you have make some notes for yourself and understand Vygotsky, then you would be able to actually discover Piaget better, because Piaget just his theory has a lot to say. So if you would start with Vygotsky, you can understand the whole differences better. So another point in Piaget is just socio-cognitive conflict, and cognitive growth stems, or the idea of cognitive growth stems from child's recognition of different views and like different logics. They are all in your book, and they all have different examples that can actually navigate you to just understand them better. Go for that. They are, again, very important, and they're going to be quiz question, they're going to be exam question based on that. So make sure you will learn all of them. Be mindful. Again, I guess I'm telling that like 10 times, but understand differences and similarities between Piaget and Vygotsky. Very important. Your quiz gonna have some questions about your observation project because you have to start now for your observation project. Today is April 1st, and you have like almost 4 weeks for your project, but the project demands a lot of work, and without submitting that project, you cannot pass this course because it is like a big portion of your final grade. So make sure you're on top of that. It is very important. Check the final project folder, watch the videos, check the examples that I put for you, and find your topic and get ready to answer your quiz question. If you have any ideas about your final project, if you have any questions about that, if something is just not clear, reach out, ask me. I would do my best to just answer you, or we can just schedule a meeting to just discuss your idea. But I guess everything is just clear so far, because like I talked to some of the students, and I didn't get any complicated question. So I hope this is the case for everyone, but start from somewhere. It is very important. And yeah, that is all about today.